Let's talk a little bit of Star Wars, particularly the Bad Batch, because there's some stuff going on that I want to go over with you guys. I thought we would start here, though. One of the actors that was at least in the first episode, Freddie Prinze Jr., who plays Kanan. Anyone who's ever seen Star Wars Rebels knows that character. Actually, a pretty interesting character. I can't say the same for Freddie Prinze Jr., though, who has decided to take to social media and trash Gina Carano. Probably not the best look, but he's been doubling down on it. He's kind of I gotta admit, he's kind of an ass on social media, which I guess shouldn't be too much of a surprise considering everybody in entertainment nowadays is pretty much adopted the attitude of, like I always say, it's not, am I good enough for you to be my fan? It's, are you good enough to be my fan? So it's messed up. But anyway, he's been having fun, poking fun at people that, are upset about Gina Carano being fired. And I have to say, probably not a smart move to run your mouth on this stuff because a lot of people are pissed about it, but he doesn't seem to care. This is the original tweet that he put out where it's this girl saying, "Bye, Felicia," or something. This is, of course, not going over very well. Girl, bye, getting slapped. This is what he posted when Gina Carano got fired. Didn't say anything other than that, but considering the context of that day, you know what he meant. He was slapping Gina Carano in the face. And now he's responding to people that are criticizing what he did. This person said, "Your voice took me out of the Bad Batch. Great scene, terrible voiceover. I don't know why Star Wars still uses you." He says, "Because I'm damn good. Now you know." I got to admit, when he voiced young Kanan, I was like, what the WTF here? Like, he sounds like a fully grown man when that's clearly like a little kid. Like, it was a stupid casting choice. I get why they did it to show you that that's Kanan, but it was bad, in my opinion. And then he says, "Twitler is a place where people come to hate and hero worship. I don't care about either side of it." And then Az jumps in, says, "But you do you, hypocrite. You were all too happy to jump on the Gina Carano hate bandwagon. Piss off. Back to Hollywood, you utter fake." He says, "Bro, it was a gem and a hologram gif. That shit was funny. Grow up." He says, "I'm beginning to see why you're as irrelevant as shit if you think dogpiling the cancellation of a human being is funny, bro." And he has a good point. Freddie Prinze Jr., not a fan. Not a fan at all. I think he's kind of a jerk, in my opinion. And a lot of people aren't happy with him. He's trying to appeal to a fan base that's not really a fan base of Star Wars. They're just there for the message. They're not real fans. And he'll figure that out soon enough. As soon as you flip up, you'll slip up, Freddie. And when you do slip up, that fan base that you're trying to win over, they're going to come for you twice as hard as they did Gina. Because, well, you're straight white man. And when they come after you, they're going to be just as ruthless. And we'll see if anybody comes to defend you. Maybe I'll post emojis laughing like you did. We'll see what happens. But anyway, that's only part of the story. The other side of this for the Bad Batch is that people are concerned that the show might be racist. And why is that? Well, because apparently the clones have been whitewashed, which is kind of ridiculous because these aren't straight up clones of Jango. These are genetically modified clones, or at least altered. So because of that, they're a little bit different. But most of them still have the skin tone that he has. You can see it in that Crusher guy, the leader, I forget his name, and the tech guy. The only two that are lighter in skin tone are got the main villain guy here who's obviously going to be tracking them and stuff. And then you got the guy who was modified. He was tortured and stuff. I don't know why he's a lighter tone, but it was a creative decision. I really don't see the problem here, but there's a whole horde of people that are mad about this. And this article is trying to explain why people are mad. You can see right here, here's the original actor. I look at his skin tone and I look at some of the skin tone of the Bad Batch, and they're about the same. I'm like, why is this a problem? They go to these older pictures from the Clone Wars, as you can see right here. The Clone Wars had not as good animation as the Bad Batch. There's been a lot of changes in the way the animation is done at this point. So I really don't see like the issue. In fact, I would say these characters are darker than him. So this is older animation. This is newer animation. Plus, these aren't straight up clones of him. But we need more diversity in the clones, I guess. And there's a big horde of people, like I said. We can go here. It's going under unwhitewash the Bad Batch. And there's a lot of people on here. They all have the same bios in their profile here, as you can see. Don't bother any of these people, by the way. Please just leave everybody alone. But you can see here, there is no tweet. Just effing do it! The Bad Batch spoiler, TBB spoilers. Pretty good start. The beginning had me shaking. Didn't expect to see Depa and Caleb. But I wasn't expecting Order 66 either. And then he puts this on here instead of the Bad Batch. What are you doing, bro? So, people are never happy with this stuff. You already have another article on this from the Direct now. There's a big Tumblr post. It's not really getting that much traction, but you got to understand when people whine about this kind of stuff for no reason, like, see they're going in and changing the color and stuff like that. They're even mad about Caleb as well, Kanan, complaining about that as well. Like, here he is. The thing about him is you have to remember the lighting that they were in. They were on a snow planet. So the lighting is a little bit different for him. Okay. And also, it's like he was in the show for 5 minutes. I think that's another thing. The lighting problem, every time, this happens a lot. I remember when it happened with that Nisa Pokemon character. People were complaining about her, saying that she was lighter in tone, but they forget, like, it was the lighting of the picture that they were looking at. A lot of these people aren't artists, right? Most of them are armchair artists, or really bad at it, so they don't quite understand how this stuff works. But so naturally, nothing can be enjoyed. Nothing can just be liked and loved. There's always something to complain about. Always. Yeah, like this one. They just probably display their line of hot man and expect me to be excited. Like, there's only one that has a lighter tone like that, and that's Echo. Echo has that. Echo was tortured and modified, which is why he looks like that. The rest of them are all darker tone. I don't understand the problem here. Like, what is the issue? And first off, these aren't straight up clones. They're modified. When you start messing with DNA, things change. But they're still darker tone. I don't understand the issue here, but there's always something going on. Always something. So that's the issue with the Bad Batch. Apparently, Disney, Star Wars is looking into this, and I'll be interested to see if they actually do anything here. I doubt they will. I think they'll make a statement and apologize, which will make things worse. So we can talk about that when it happens. But for the most part, it's like this is a big nothing burger. It's always a day to be an activist on Twitter. Anyway, that's it. Let me know what you guys think. Also, if you would, please like, subscribe, share the video. Make sure you're still subscribed. Hit that notification bell. I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace. Also, if you want to help support the channel, check out my Teespring store. There's a link in the description. You can find some merchandise in there that you might want to check out. Also, take a moment, make sure you're still subscribed to the channel. There's something going on right now, and they've been unsubscribing people. So just take a second and double check on that, and subscribe if you're new.